Ladies and gentlemen, and these are 5 games that I wish I could play for the first time. Now, there's this game called Infamous for the PS3, and even played it. It is one of the best games ever created, and it makes you basically feel like an X-Men. And let me tell you why. So in this world, there are people called conduits, right? And conduits are basically people with powers. And there's a main protagonist called Cole, right? And he's a bike messenger, and he was delivering something called a race spear. And a race spear basically awakens your conduit powers. And Cole happened to have electricity, which he can siphon electricity from anything. So in this game, you like siphon electricity from like telephone poles or like wires on the streets or. And what makes Cole really OP is his conduit powers. He has electricity. Like imagine like fucking shooting 500 volts in someone. They're gonna be dead, and he can just spam it. So he's like one of the most strongest conduits. But I'm not gonna get into all the story. But I want to relate this to the X-Men. So basically, like the story throughout the whole Infamous games 1, 2, and 3 is basically, if you know Charles Xavier, right? He's like the professor who fights for X-Men's kind, right? And there's this karma system in the game where you can basically either be like Charles Xavier and you can be like, yeah, the humans are fucking with us, right? But we're still gonna help them out. You know, we're gonna make them see that we are humans too, and we are conduits who are gonna help them out. Or you can be like Magneto. You could be like, man, fuck these humans. They're trying to enslave us. We're gonna kill everyone, right? And the choices throughout the game, because I want you to play it. I'm not gonna like tell you the story because I do want you to play this game. But both endings, if you do good or bad, they're gonna affect the different endings. So something throughout the game, if you have a good karma, right? The humans will be like, yeah, man, we fuck with you. Or like when you're like walking across the street, you're a fucking hero, man. Or like when you're bad karma, people start running away from you. They're gonna be scared of you. So that's probably one of the best parts of the game. It is so good, and I recommend you play Infamous, man. It's one of the best games you ever touch. It just sucks that it's only on PS3. Now the second game is Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, and there's a story about this game that's like means a lot to me. So I remember begging for a PS Vita, and I got a PS Vita, and I didn't really know much about JRPGs, right? But I was like looking through the PS Vita library, and I saw this game called Danganronpa. I was like, what is this? A JRPG? I haven't played JRPG before. And basically what Danganronpa is about is you're trapped in this school called Hope's Peak. And this is basically like a school for like very prestigious people. Like there's these kids called Ultimates. They're the people who are attending this school. So there's like a ultimate cook or like a ultimate racer or ultimate biker. But all the ultimates come to this school and they're like, damn, we're in this prestigious school. This is so cool. And they go around, they're looking around, and they feel like it's not right about something. And like you're the MC, right? The MC is like an average guy. At first, his ultimate is just the ultimate average student is basically what it kind of is. Like you don't really know what his ultimate is, but he's just average guy. That's what he says. And he's like, why the fuck am I here? Like I'm just an average ass dude. So students look around and they're like, you know, the school isn't right. Like all the windows are boarded up. You know, this you can't even get out the school. The door's boarded up, and they're like, what the hell? And then after a while, they're talking about it. This bear comes down. His name is Momokuma, and he's basically like, y'all are track here. Y'all not getting out this hole. I'm gonna be honest. You are not getting out this hole unless you kill one of your students, one of the ultimates, one of your fellow classmates. And to clarify, if the person is able to kill another student without them finding out, they're able to leave the school scot-free. So as the student, you didn't really kill anybody, but people are really paranoid, so they start killing each other. So I'm not going to spoil the game, but like the first day, someone gets killed, and they get killed by another student. So at the game, you have to figure out how they died. So you're like looking around the school, trying to figure out different clues. And then if you figure out who did it, you figure out more about the school, and you get to go on throughout the levels. And that is fucking awesome. I'm going to tell you why this game is so cool, and it's just so immersive. Because you're in the school, you're able to talk to like all the students, trying to figure out. It's like you're actually in the game. It's one of the best JRPGs I have ever played in my life. You have to try this shit. And to continue the JRPGs is Persona 4 Golden. So basically, to explain Persona, if you haven't heard already, you probably did. Persona is a very big game, but Persona 4 is so good, and the story is really nice. So the story is basically, for MC, your name is called Yu, right? And you move to this place called Inaba. And you live with your uncle and your niece. You're kind of new to the town. You're talking to people. You're going to school every day and trying to make new friends. And you meet a couple people, right? And you look on the news when you go home, and people are going missing. and you're like, what? They're going missing? And then if I remember correctly, you meet a guy named Yusuke, and this Yusuke is basically your best man throughout the game. And you go to this place called Junes, and Junes is basically like a TV place, right? And you realize that you have the power to actually go inside the TV. And turns out through the game, the people who were going missing were actually in the TV. And just to not spoil the story, I'm gonna keep it at that. But what makes this game good is just this thing called social links, right? And basically, the more you talk to people, you figure out the story. It's like you're building a connection with them. I know it sounds kind of like corny, like this guy has no fucking friends, whatever. He wants connection from in-game characters. But I'm telling you, man, these characters that they make and they write, they're actually really good. And if you max out your social links, right, they gives you more powers throughout the game. Like if you have a social link number 2, it gives you like more abilities. So it's kind of like real life. Like if you surround yourself with good people and you build up a social link in real life, you know, you get more abilities. You get more outgoing. If you know an outgoing guy, you guys get to know each other. So it basically like, it makes you want to live your life like a persona. Like, make sure you are leveling up your social links IRL. And not only that, it also teaches you at the game, like there's stats like intelligence. It makes you want to study. It makes you want to go talk to people, level up your charisma, be more charismatic. It's like, just take the things you learn from Persona and put real life, and you'll be golden. No pun intended. That was actually pretty nice by me. Yeah. Persona 4 Gold. I'm a pretty funny guy. Now, the next one, ladies and gentlemen, is one of my favorite games of all time. It is Terraria. I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but Terraria is basically like Minecraft, but 2D. And in Terraria, you basically go craft, explore, but the best part about Terraria is you get to fight bosses. And the bosses you fight are fucking amazing, man. Like you fight this boss called like Plantera. You sit there going dodging the arena. It's fun, right? You fight Moonlord. It's the in-game boss, and you get to pick different classes like range, mage. What's another, melee? It's pretty cool. And then once you beat Terraria, you go on to Calamity, and it adds like 30 new bosses that you can fight. It's just so peak, man. I could talk about Terraria all day, but this video will be like 50 minutes long because I love that game so fucking much, man. And the last game that is so peak to me is a game called Lies of P. And I'm not a good gamer at all, like when it comes to like Souls-like. But when I tell you this is the best Souls-like I've ever experienced in my life. You might be like, From Software is the best. No, this game is so good. And the combat and the pairing system is just so fluid and nice. But what makes this game so great is the atmosphere. Atmosphere? That's stupid. That's a possibility. Anyways, you play as a puppet. More specifically, you play as Pinocchio. And so you basically fight other like puppets in the game. But what's so cool about it is you're fighting things that are like out of a children's book. So there's like this thing called like the Puppet Master. And he basically looks like he's a really big puppet that you would see from like Wizard of Oz or some shit like that. The level design is great. People compare it to Bloodborne. You get a bunch of weapons to play with this game. And the best part about this game too is you can actually mix and match weapons. So let's say throughout the game you probably get like a baton, right? And you get like a sword. You can mix a handle that has like a Fable art, and what a Fable art is, it gives you like a special ability. But you can mix the Fable art, which is a handle, and mix it with a sword and put like a baton sword type thing, and then you can start attacking people with it. So really the 30 weapons in the game are like 60 because you can mix and match every weapon that you get. It is awesome. It's one of the best mechanics I have ever seen in video games. I haven't seen anything like it before. It is great. You have to play it. It's a must-have. But anyways, if you made it to the end of the video, I really appreciate you. I'm going to try to upload more. I know I say that all the time. I mean, no one really watches my videos anyways, but yeah, I'm gonna upload more. You know, maybe we'll get this video to 1,000 subs sometimes. But if you enjoyed this video, drop a like. I'll see you guys in the next video. It's been Blacksa, signing out. I think it was a YouTuber say, but peace.